and access to childcare dehumanizing you?
Oh, that's not what I said, if that's what you're insinuating.
No, but I'm asking. Because that's what most leftists and people on the left want for you. Is it dehumanizing to want for women to have control over their bodies?
No.
Okay.
Wait, to have
So can you... No, Belle, can you go on mute? Thanks.
No, I didn't hear
came
you.
before Incognito.
I'm just curious, what on the left is dehumanizing people on the right?
Did I come before Incognito?
What did you say, new villain? I'm
I was
sorry.
up here before you, right? So do I go before you?
Oh, well, I didn't actually hear or see you say anything. But if you want to
No,
go,
I was waiting.
you
I
can
was
go.
patiently waiting on mute.
Well, let's. Well, we're gonna let Incog here finish, and then we got you.
Yeah, I'm just like, that's my general
I'm gonna go
question
on
is
mute. I'm
what
gonna go on mute.
is,
All right, Negro.
who is dehumanizing people on the right? And if it's people on the left, what exactly are people on the left saying to dehumanize people on the right?
It's just it's no different than kind of the conversation that happened when I first popped in. You know, Republicans, are this or kind of generalizing everybody, when in reality that's not the case. No different than me saying that all Democrats are left-leaning hippies. That's ludicrous. So again, both sides are dehumanizing one another, regardless of the topic. I don't disagree with anything you said, right? I would probably lean more towards the independent side of it, of things overall in general. But I voted the way I voted.
So when you call me a hippie, does that dehumanize me or does that just assign a specific set of beliefs to me?
It's reducing you down to something that you're not.
Maybe somebody else can answer the question. When you're called a hippie, is that dehumanizing?
Not really.
No, not at all.
Okay.
I mean, it depends on how you feel about hippies, I guess.
Yeah. But like, like a hippie is like generally an archetype that's like free love, maybe smokes some weed, doesn't believe in the establishment. Like that's not dehumanizing. Dehumanizing has a very specific definition to it. I'm still waiting to hear how the left dehumanizes the right.
Yeah, and just to be clear, this is why I said in the beginning that, at the lower level, like the us level, I don't really care what people are saying. Like politician wise, I'm just not hearing the vitriolic rhetoric from Democrat politicians that I'm hearing from Republicans. I'm gonna mute really quick, Daily, because you got a really bad echo. I just want to bring it into gravity for a second. I don't think I've ever seen Democrats post about invading American cities with the military or about immigrants being eaten by animals or about Americans that they're trying to associate. I've seen the images coming from other congressmen. There's some, septum ringed, blue haired person being beaten by an ICE agent. I don't think I've ever seen these kind of depictions coming from the left.
Forced to stay on life support to carry fetuses.
Yeah, I'm talking about politicians. I will admit that people say unhinged shit to each other, and I don't care. I care when politicians do it because they're in power. If I think my politicians actually hate me, and then they're making executive orders to ban my ideology from my ideological framework, then what else should I think about these things?
Yeah, I agree with you.
I agree. I don't know. I've heard politicians on the right reduce the black community down to violent insiders of theft and things like that, and then the destruction of property. I've heard that come out of the
You want to
right.
know what I heard too? Yesterday on The View, John Fetterman said that the Democrats were starving 40-something million people. He said it, in front of everybody on TV.
So when Joe
When he
Biden
walked
said,
out,
if you don't
when he
vote for me,
walked
you're
out-
not black. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you. I thought you were done.
Yeah, no. John Fetterman said it live, and he doesn't want to be a Democrat anymore. Did you guys watch The View? Or do the two women up top watch
I
The View?
actually did watch that episode because Fetterman was on it.
Yeah, yeah. So are we gonna not acknowledge that?
You're not black if you don't vote for me?
Do the two women up top watch The View? That's a woman's show.
I do not watch The View.
Yeah, I don't watch it either, but I did watch it for that.
That's a
with John
pussy
Fetterman.
show.
Yeah. So I think that gets into a nuanced conversation about who is actually on the left versus who's on the right.
They're extremists.
I
said it.
don't think that John Fetterman is an extremist.
No, he's not. He's not.
Fairly
But-
liberal.
I think
But
that he
Bernie
very
Sanders,
much.
yeah,
I think
a lot
that
of
he
them
very
are.
much upholds like the establishment.
He's pro-Israel. Like, what are we talking about?
But they wanted to win. They wanted to win
That's
so
that's a
bad.
very establishment take.
But they wanted to
Across
win
party
against
lines,
Trump
actually.
so bad that they wanted. They
He
let
literally
40-something people.
lied in his. He literally lied in his like running.
No, he has common sense.
So did Mamdani. All of them lie.
Okay, but like, if you think Fetterman is a fucking like far left extremist, I have. Some
I
very
didn't say
bad-
that. I didn't say he exposed the far leftist extremists. The
You
people that you
exposed them
vote
for
for.
what?
The people you vote for. He said it
Who
live
do I
on
vote
TV.
for? I don't even say who I vote for. Who? What am? How do you know what I am?
A lot of the Democrats are far leftist.
I'm not a
extremists.
Democrat.
Well, I didn't say you were. I'm just saying. I'm talking
A lot of
about
the Democrats are far leftists.
Can you give me a Democrat far leftist opinion that you think is popular in the party?
Well, Bernie Sanders is far leftist. He's an
You know,
extremist.
he's a democratic socialist.
you-
He's like,
Yeah.
More
Can you
moderate than anything.
give me the last what's in the last like 6 months? What's a far left thing that Democrats in Congress tried to do?
Oh,
Look at
women-
Mamdani. That's far left extremist right there.
Exactly.
And he's begging Trump. He's going to
I could have swore that Mamdani was a mayor and not in Congress.
The guy literally.
Well, it doesn't
campaigned
matter.
with terrorists.
He's a Democrat.
The guy literally campaigned with terrorists.
You guys gotta wake up, man.
Who are the TRC campaigned with?
You guys gotta wake up, man. Donald Trump is winning. He's
okay, but
undefeated.
this is my problem with
They
this.
almost unalived him, and he won that as well.
You guys, relax. Hey, this is my issue. So we're trying to have a very real conversation with you. We're asking you questions, and instead of answering them, you're just like yelling weird shit at us.
We're not yelling. I'm talking. This is
No,
my
okay, but you're saying weird shit like, "Oh, Donald Trump is winning." Like,
He's
have
winning.
a
He
conversation.
is.
What is a far leftist policy the Democrats are?
You guys are
pushing?
making him look better than what he is.
What
That's what you guys are doing, man.
is a far leftist policy that Democrats are pushing right now?
They want unisex Olympics.
It's crazy, yo.
That's
Unisex
crazy.
Olympics is crazy.
Did
Oh,
you
go ahead,
say
Bill. I'm sorry.
No, did he say unisex Olympics?
I am actually very thoroughly convinced that it could be World War III, and somehow Republicans will still find a way to talk about trans people at any and all costs necessary.
Yeah, but now hold on a minute, because the Olympics is unisex. You've got men
Yeah,
and
it is. Yeah, you're right.
That was
It has been
that
since
was
forever.
that was an embarrassing comment. That was crazy. Like,
That was-
why
yeah, that
even
was-
say that?
No, the wannabe mayor from LA said that she wants the men and the women to compete in the racing.
Okay, so
Okay.
new guy.
Get back to the original topic, please.
Agent, who'd you vote for, please?
Me?
Yeah.
So I'm 34, and I wasn't in the country at the time, but I would probably have voted for Donald Trump.
Okay.
But I would have regretted that mistake. I would have regretted that vote, and I'll tell you why.
Because it's a objective failure so far and creating headaches.
Yeah,
in the country.
absolutely. So here's what I was thinking. So I'm from Hawaii, and it doesn't really matter. Like, really, our electoral college vote is so small. So I was out of the country, and I just was like, you know what, fuck it. Like, I was thinking to myself, if I was to vote, if I was in Hawaii at the time, I was like, I would probably have voted for Donald Trump just because I just wanted to see some changes in Biden administration.
Sure.
But hold on now. I was like, oh, the only reason why I'm voting for this is because I'm thinking about voting for it was because I was like, well, I just want to see change, right? And I thought, okay, maybe we just gotta shake things up. It's more of like my own desperate. It was my own my own anxiety, just saying, you know what, fuck it, roll the dice.
Mm-hmm.
And if I had made that vote, I'd be upset.
But what's so bad that Trump did?
Can I ask a question? Oh, I'm sorry.
Sure, I could talk about it. So the bad things that he's done is he's been cutting the ACA. I've been having to manage. I work in insurance. I also have to now manage the gold card program for our providers. So I don't see how Trump is doing a great job when you're also getting a $2,000 stimulus check because of his basically his issues with solidifying the tariffs. I just don't
Can I ask
see
a
it.
question real quick?
Yeah.
The ACA was a trash program to begin with. I don't understand how we're blaming him for that.
Well, I mean, now that those cuts have been made, all across the board, insurance companies have lost a lot of money. For example, like United, Centene. You can just look it up. Look up 40% stock price drop in June in insurance companies throughout the world. Or throughout
I'm gonna be honest.
You'll find it.
Republican or Democrat, nobody's going to give a crap about whether insurance companies are losing money because they're.
Yeah, you will actually give a crap. You will give a crap because now things are going to get effed up. Because now we have this thing called the Gold Card program with providers now. So now we're skipping the pre-authorization phase when it comes to authorizations for providers who can bill like on a consistent basis. So basically, if you're a high pumping doctor, but you're not authorized to, but you're not allowed to work on the Medicare population, we now have a program to fast track you through there. It's a double-edged sword.
Like
Really
the guy
quick,
said, what does Trump have to do with insurance?
Because with the ACA cuts, insurances have changed. Also, if you look at the new, so if there's one thing that I do like, there's one specific thing I do like. I guess I do like how he's reducing the Wegovy injections because I'm also on that shit.
Yeah, I do find it amusing that the only way that Trump can find to fix the cost of like healthcare products is to engage in socialism.
Well, I think it's pretty well known. I think that we all know that this country is not, one way completely or the other. We're a mix. So we have social programs.
Yeah, but
Which party is often trying to cut the social programs?
No, he's
I think we already know the answer to that because they're abused.
I think we do know the answer.
You
He's
do
trying
know
to
the
make it
answer.
better.
And then Simp Daddy, I'm just curious.
Legals get all this.
Why
free
didn't?
shit.
Why? You said that you didn't know what Trump's involvement is in insurance companies. This has actually been an argument for like the last 6 months. How did you not know that ACA subsidies were on the chopping block?
Why the whole government was shut down for a while.
Because I don't know what he has to do with insurance.
You don't know what? I'm sorry.
There's construction ahead.
The fact that you don't know what he has to do with insurance just shows you don't know what he has to do with America.
You guys, I got to go to work. You guys have a good day.
All right, brother. You too. Nice meeting you.
Have a good day. And I'm not even trying to get on you, Simp Daddy. I'm just saying like a lot of these policy positions that Trump is taking are having a negative impact on the American people. So like I would think that if you were a Trump supporter, you would kind of understand why everybody's why everybody's in uproar about him.
What did he, then maybe I can learn. What did he pass? What
did he pass?
What
Just cutting the ACA. The ACA.
Yeah. So he's instructed his party as the party leader to cut the ACA subsidies and to not negotiate with Democrats. That's why there was a 40-day shutdown.
42? Or is it
42.
Is it 42 days or 40 days?
Longest in history.
It was 40 days at the time that I was like,
I'm just fucking
You
pulling.
guys, well, you guys shut down the government.
What?
which guys?
You guys do know you need 60, not 50.
What?
I don't have my headphones in. I apologize. Can you say that a bit louder?
I said you guys know that the Democrats shut down the government.
That's okay. All right. So who's in? This is a simple question. Who's in charge of all three branches of government right now?
So this is easy. You need 60 votes. Republicans have 50 people.
Yeah,
50
but
members.
I want to.
Therefore,
Before we
every
move
time
forward,
they voted, they said yes, 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 yes. The Democrats said no, 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 no.
yeah. So
how
before,
basic- That's
I'm
how
sorry.
basic Congress works.
So before we move on, I want an answer to my question. Which party is in control of all three branches of government?
Do you understand how things work?
I do. That's why I'm asking you a very direct question. It's leading to something.
Do the Republicans have 60%? Yes or no?
So you're not going to answer my question? I can answer my own question. Republicans are in control of all three branches of government. Here's my follow-up question. Are the Republicans
that's not
able to
how it
open the
works.
government without Democratic support?
Sir, that's not how. It's like saying, it's like if you have money, but you don't have enough to buy something. Like, I want to buy that BMW. I'll give you $5,000.
So I don't want to cut you off, but I understand that my line of questioning is backing you into a corner. So I'll ask one more time and then I'll answer my own question. Are the Republicans able to open the government without Democratic support?
No.
Your answer is no? Okay. So that's incorrect. They are able to open the government without Democratic support. They would just have to get rid of the filibuster. Are the Republicans able to get rid of the filibuster?
Yeah, but aren't you guys like,
Yes.
Trump is a dictator?
Okay, thank you. Thank you for being honest. That's funny. Yes, they are, by getting rid of the filibuster. So it would stand to reason that the Democrats aren't actually stopping the
when was
Republicans
the
from
last-
opening the government.
When
The
was the
Republicans are
last
just
time
refusing to
that
open the government because they
So
don't
when
want to
was
get rid
the-
of a tool that they're
when
using
was the last filibuster used?
to leverage the Democrats and keep any beneficial policy from being passed. Why would a political party want to keep another political party from passing beneficial policies for the American people? What's the utility of that?
So when was the last filibuster used?
Oh my god. My head's about to explode.
Sim Daddy, this is a really simple question. Why
I'm
would a
asking
political
the
party
question,
want
but
to
you
prevent
can't-
another political party
You
from
can't answer the
passing
question, say,
beneficial
I don't
policy?
know. Sir, if you don't know the question, the answer, just say I don't know.
I mean, Sim Daddy, I'm actually kind of asking you questions because I'm building to something. I'm happy
Yeah, but
I'm happy to answer your questions. I'm done.
You're not making any sense. Like 2 plus 2 doesn't equal 10.
So you don't think that my line of questioning is making any sense? Because I think I'm making sense.
You're not making. That's not how it works,
It is
You need-
how it works. This is how it's been working.
sir. The last 13 times they passed it. Why this time? That's how politics.
Just so that
work.
we're on the same page, are you conceding to my line of questioning? Because I'm happy to move on.
No, you're not making any sense.
Okay, so I'll take that as a win. What was your question, sir?
No, I feel like you're an idiot and you don't
just don't
understand how.
understand. That's why you're saying it
You
doesn't
don't
make sense.
understand how Congress.
I mean, you can think I'm an
Senate
idiot, but
works.
like
Hold
that's
on,
fine.
hold on, bud. What are the three branches of government?
Sir, you wouldn't even know what the law.
What are the three branches of
in the
government?
American. Oh shit! I got you. Oh, legislative.
Okay, all right, if you don't even know the three branches of
What
government,
is
I don't
the
know,
largest
bro.
word in the American
We're
dictionary?
done here.
Sir, you didn't go to Harvard.
Sim Daddy, what was your question again? I'm sorry.
What is the largest word in the American dictionary?
Pneumano ultramicroscopic silicovolcanolysis.
Oh,
Oh,
Pneumano
good job.
ultramicroscopic silicovolcanolysis.
What's the 21st numbers of pi?
I don't know the 21st number of pi, but I do know the longest word in the
Oh, you need to
dictionary,
go back to
I could
school.
look that up if I
which
really
is
needed it.
which is Pneumano ultramicroscopic silicovolcanolysis. I think that's the longest word in the
What's the meaning
dictionary.
of that?
In the morning.
Yes, it is. What's the
Yeah,
meaning
you didn't think
of
I was
that?
educated? Fuck you.
You're a fucking retard.
Yeah, I'm
It's
bringing
like,
We
her
can't say
up.
that word. We can't say that word. We can't say that word. Can someone drop him and bring him back?
This guy's drunk at 6 o'clock in the morning. Let's like.
Right.
These people don't know how.
Pneumono ultra
English works.
microscopic silicosis volcanoconiosis.
You don't know the three
Wait,
branches
so-
of government.
Do you even know what that is?
It's the Democrats. It's not the Democrats shut down because the Republicans think you're in the filibuster. That's
You need
the most
60, not
illogical
50.
thing ever.
I need to get my headphones because I can't hear y'all. Give me one second.
I'm asking you another question. When did they ever use the filibuster?
They didn't really. I don't know if they even had to. Did they?
Mr.
Have we had to in
Andre?
history? Have we ever had a longer shutdown in history? Tell me that.
Exactly. You Democrats hate America.
We've never
You don't
had
know what you're talking
a
about, bro.
shutdown of this length before. This is the longest shutdown.
Exactly. You guys didn't invest this. Why is it that when Joe Biden was in office, the Republicans voted with you guys?
Voting with what? Was voting with what?
You're realizing that the bills that a lot of conservative, like Republican people, are trying to pass disproportionately affects like Black and brown communities in particular.
Good.
So saying like why, and disenfranchising us at that, but like asking why progressive people or Democrats aren't voting for certain things that disproportionately affect marginalized communities or the BIPOC community is disingenuous as fuck.
Why do I gotta pay for your Section 8?
Nobody. So the first and the largest receivers of like Section 8 is going to be YT people. Also, any other social safety nets that you look at, the largest receivers of that are YT people in particular.
Why do I gotta pay for
Section 8? Section 8.
Why do I gotta pay for YT?
Out of like our taxes, out of the taxes that we pay, Section 8, you maybe out of your check $5 to $8 would come out to go towards or be used or divested towards funds to allocate for social safety nets like Section 8.
So why do I gotta?
Same thing like EBT. So if your question is why you're having to do this, is because you are an American citizen and we have a system in place. No taxation without representation, right? And these social safety nets are meant to help people. It's meant to help sustain people who may be of low socioeconomic status. Because it is the government's
Well,
job.
it's not helping me.
It is the government's job to fund and to support its citizens and address social issues, whether they're domestic or foreign. That's why.
Well, it's not. Well,
That's
it's not
why.
helping me.
Because like your fund, the amount of money that you send, or the amount of money that's taken out, or your tax for that goes to our military is much more than it could ever be when we're talking about social safety nets. In fact, if we cut 1% of the military's budget, most of the social issues that we have could be solved with that.
So why are there so many lazy people?
They aren't lazy people. Most of the people who are receivers of that are people who are disabled. So when you say lazy, it's like an emotionally triggering word, right? Like you try to use like language that is or whistleblowing, right? You try to associate certain behaviors or attributes with people who receive social safety services, and that's just not the case.
So you think disabled people are lazy? Who said that?
That's what he said. He said, why should he have to pay for Section 8, which is a oversimplification of what social safety nets are. And you also suggested that people were lazy.
Well then I think I should get some money back because I'm disabled and I work.
Right.
And I make well above the
And like what you see with people who are disabled as well, sometimes some people are 100% like disabled and they can't work at all. And then sometimes sometimes for people, it's the amount of work that they can do is limited. So they maybe can only work like 20 to 24 hours a week. And then they receive some type of income outside of it.
What about the scammers? What about the scammers?
It's less than 1%. Like the margin of error when you're like looking into that and saying, well, what about scammers? It is so low. It's virtually little to none.
That's what you
so
think.
Like that. No, that's what I know, because the thing is when you look at these social safety nets and you look at who's receiving it and you compare socioeconomic status and other social and cultural barriers, these people are not scamming. And the whole point is that we have a system already in place to rectify those type of issues, right? People, if someone scams the system, so to say, and let's say that they're receiving benefits that they do not deserve or that they wouldn't qualify for, they still are like, we still have a process to get that back. Like, you realize that people who are overpaid or who are considered scamming, like their wages are garnished from their checks until they pay that off. So there is a system in place for people who scam. But to sit up there and talk about like marginalized communities, people in the BIPOC community, or elderly people, or people who are disabled, and associate that and say, well, we'll deserve it, but what about the scammers? You're virtue signaling, because that's not a thing. There's
for a disabled person, I think that this guy is actually on. I for some reason think he's on Medicaid.
Had to be. But it's like over what is it? Over 45% of Americans. Over 45% of Americans.
We're talking about. Are you on?
Lazy motherfuckers like you.
Nobody's lazy. Like, you realize even the people who receive like EBT, food stamps, those people have to work. Like, you have to work a certain amount of hours in order to even receive it. And the only time that's permissible of you not working is if you have a disability that would prevent you from being able to do any type of work. And once you file for disability, you legally, right, you cannot have a job because they would end your benefits.
So this is what happens. So you don't get any benefits, but you may get Medicare insurance. So for me, like, I'm disabled and I work, but I have Medicare insurance, but I don't get any payments.
Yeah, and I'm paying for your ass.
No, you're not paying for my ass. I'm paying for your ass because you're on Medicaid.
Right.
I'm on GHI, dumbass.
GHI?
He's rage baiting. He's got to be rage baiting. You have not substantiated one claim that you made. All you're doing is virtue signaling and using emotionally triggering words to feel like you have some type of claim.
This guy's talking shit, and I gotta put him in his place.
You're not putting anybody.
You want to see that? I can prove it. I can prove it.
You sound stupid. You're sitting up here asking people questions that you're supposed to be able to answer.
You sound ghetto.
I can prove it.
Sound ghetto all I want. I'd rather sound ghetto than stupid.
I can put my time on and prove it.
Like, you have not made one claim that's based in anything. You're just up here talking. Since you know so much about social safety nets, can you tell me what percentage of black people receive EBT?
A lot.
That's fundamentally untrue. What percentage of white people receive EBT?
A lot.
That's true. What percentage of
immigrants?
What percentage of indigenous people?
Okay, we're just gonna argue with the guy who's just obviously.
What percentage of illegal immigrants collect EBT? A lot.
None, because they can't get EBT.
Can't get EBT.
They can't get EBT.
Actually illegal immigrants, or let me not say that. Actually, undocumented immigrants, they contribute to a system more than what they would ever receive or get back.
Man, they're costing us $200 billion a year.
No, they're not.
They get paid under the table.
No, they're not. No, they don't. No, they don't. No, they don't.
There's like
immigrants still. Undocumented immigrants still have taxes that are taken out of their check, and they still have taxes. And outside of that, I'm almost done. And outside of that, with undocumented immigrants, right? Undocumented immigrants also contribute to the revenue in central government sales tax. Undocumented immigrants also contribute to our central government, or to their central governing bodies, because of sales tax, and that's one of the largest incomes of like revenue. That's one of the largest incomes of revenue. I'm not going anywhere. I'm from Texas. This is originally Mexico. So it really doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter. This is indigenous people's land. It has been stolen, and it supports white supremacy and class traders.
They might be there. They might be in the Home Depot in Texas.
What does that have to do with anything? These people are here documented. The thing is that people are here because
money to their country.
The thing is that people are here undocumented. That's not true. You're just talking. You're just talking. You're just talking. You can't prove that. You can't prove anything that you're saying. You can't prove anything that you're saying. You can't prove anything that you're saying. I'm gonna sit up here and listen to you shit on undocumented immigrants, because undocumented immigrants are coming here the right way. The problem is visa overstay, and visa overstay is pretty hard to prevent if we're decades behind in processing citizenship. Like, we have 65. I'm not done. We have 65,000 vets right now who have fought for our country and have risked their lives, and they are at risk of being deported because they have yet to receive their citizenship. So I
Ma'am,
don't know what
aren't
the
you
fuck you're
party that
talking
said,
about.
oh, Joe Biden
The problem
didn't
is
let in
visa. The
13
problem is
million
visa
illegals?
overstay, and visa overstays are happening because our government is decades behind with processing
Aren't you the
citizenship.
party that said, oh, Joe Biden doesn't have dementia?
No, I'm not. I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. I never gave my political affiliation. Again, undocumented immigrants. That is what's
Aren't you
happening
the
because
party
it
that
happen. It
that
happens because
voted
of
for a man that said, you're not black if you don't vote for me?
it happens because of visa overstay, and the
You ever
reason
heard
why
of
it
the Joe
happens.
Biden crime bill?
I don't know. I don't know. I'm not talking about Joe Biden. What I'm talking about is undocumented immigrants and the process that they are having to go through that is unrealistic. And it is forcing these people to be here on visa overstay much longer than they would have to be because they are decades behind with processing citizenship. You keep talking about Democrats, you keep talking about Republicans, you keep saying a lot of baseless things that aren't, it's not an objective truth.
Because you
Like
guys
I
can't
said,
handle facts.
65,000 vets are at risk of being deported right now, and they have fought for our country. And they've retired from the military and still have yet to receive their citizenship. That is because the process of obtaining citizenship or going about that, right, it is behind by decades. In 2012, Obama's administration reported that they had just began processing visas from the
Aren't you the party
90s.
that said,
From the 90s. Like, can
aren't
we
you the
stay away
party
from the
that said,
political?
oh,
Can we stop?
Obama's the
I'm not going
best?
to answer any more questions because you're genuinely stupid as fuck. You have no
Oh,
contingency. You have no
oh,
contingency with any
Obamacare.
claim
You
that
ever
I
heard of
made.
the Obamacare?
And the reason why you can't make a contingency with anything that I've
You ever heard
claimed
of the
is because you're
deported
virtue
truth?
signaling and you're using emotionally triggering words to feel like you have some type of ground in an argument when you're
You
uneducated.
never heard of, you can look it up. Google is free.
I'm not
You
looking up
never heard of,
shit.
you never heard of the
I'm not looking up
Obamacare?
shit. Go read a book.
You never heard
I'm
of the
not looking up shit. Go
Obamacare?
read a book.
Speaking.
I'm not looking up shit. Go read a book.
So, Simp Daddy, are you actually here to have a conversation?
He's not here to have a conversation.
Well, you Democrats are in denial.
That's what we're talking about.
Because if you're
No, I
not,
do agree with the military. Yes, I don't support our. I feel like our military needs to be abolished. I was saying that for the sake of that conversation that we do have. But it's no joke. And it's
You guys are brainwashed.
sad thing
and
that our
I
government
have a good
sees
night, my
military.
Democratic friends.
It's sad that our government sees military and like officials and they feel like their lives are expendable. Most of, if not everything, in all the wars that we've been involved, it was for resources. It's not because someone was inherently a threat to America. That's just not the case. They are supporting G-side, and even if they're not doing it directly themselves, we're still arming the people who are doing so. So we cannot. That does not absolve us of our responsibility and harm that we cause other countries. Our military is responsible for disenfranchising other communities, for destabilizing other countries, and using that as an opportunity to steal resources from these countries. Because every place where G-side is happening, the land and where it's happening at is extremely valuable, and it's seen as nothing more but dollar signs to America's greedy ways. So yeah.
and not even America's greedy ways, there's like a ruling elite that benefits from the stealing of resources. Because we definitely, as the people, don't. We have a responsibility for the way that our government moves, for sure. But at the end of the day, we do not benefit from these wars.
At all. It's even like when I hate saying it like this, but America has committed a lot of like T attacks on its own citizens to justify or give us, I guess you could say, a reason to be in other countries and doing what we're doing.
Manufacturing consent.
Something like
100%.
9/11. Those are false flag incidents, and they've been doing so and intentionally have wanted to do so. Like when you look into like APAC and all the other shit, it's crazy. It's kind of sad. It's right there in our face, but a lot of people don't realize it.
I don't like when they don't want to engage. It's like the questions aren't even like hard hitting. You can just say you either don't know or you do know, and it's embarrassing for you to answer the question. Nobody's gonna like hold it against you.
I'm seeing a lot of people in the comments that are disagreeing. The panel is open. Feel free to submit a request and come on up and have the conversation. Don't be embarrassed by your views. Just stand tall. It's okay. It's literally just words on the internet.
And honestly, I'm open to having my mind changed. If one of you like conservatives, or if you identify as Republican, if you can change my mind, I'm open to it. I just don't think you can.
it just doesn't seem like a lot of conversations are had like in good faith anymore. Like they get in here and I'm like, Dems are awful, Dems are evil. Like I don't like conservative policies or people who typically align with that, but I'm willing to hear an argument if it's actually coherent. But most of the time it's not.
Let me scroll these comments. Maybe we can do this a different way.
just start dragging them until they come up.
Hell yeah, because like I don't. You guys have a lot to say in the comments. Come on up.
What happened to everybody?
It wasn't me this time, Belle. I swear it wasn't me. I didn't run anybody off.
Oh, come on. You know it was you. Who was it?
I swear I was on mute for like the last 5 minutes.
I'm joking.
Same thing that happens every time, Belle. Same thing happens every time.
So I don't know. I don't remember who said it. I think it was.
They give people, they only give if you sign your life away and you're willing for your life to be like expendable for the government's purposes. Obviously I know that like we'll never completely abolish our military, because I do agree that there needs to be some type of like militia in place for that, or organized militia. I just really hate how we, and I'm saying we as a society, how we just kind of like bought into like this American nationalism and heavy like on our military in our country, I guess you could say, using that to destabilize and disenfranchise other communities for resources. That's pretty much it.
But if you, so what you're saying is abolish this military, but you do want to put something in place. You do want to put something else in place, but you basically just
I do want to put something in place, but it's how I say it's like the benefits that people receive right from being in the military. I would argue that our society should just have that available to all people, because all people's material needs deserve to be met, and they only promise or give certain things that's associated or synonymous with like socialism, like healthcare, stable income, things of that nature, free schooling or more affordable schooling. They only do that when people are willing to sign their lives away and for their lives to be expendable for the U.S. government or whatever they say that they need it for.
I'm all for gutting things out and rebuilding from scratch. I'm all for that, but I wouldn't want that window of vulnerability, because I feel like if anyone were to find out that the U.S. is vulnerable and we don't have the military for a certain time, I don't know. I feel like Russia, China, they'd attempt something.
I think like when we're talking about it like in a pragmatic sense, our land and terrain is so large that no other government or like no other military could commit like a counterinsurgence and take over the land, just because of the terrain and how large it is. And I know a lot of people hear like the endless war in Iraq, right? I don't know if I can say that name. But like the terrain is so different over there. No other country has ever won a counterinsurgence in another country. That just simply has to do kind of like with logistics and like how large the terrain may be.
Andrew, you said you're effing joking. Come on into the box.
My boy's got 0 followers and following 0 people. What is happening? What are we doing?
You don't need followers to come up to. Actually, I think you do. I think you need 1,000 followers. My bad. Or maybe 200, whatever it is now.
I don't think you need any followers.
Yeah, I think you only need a certain amount of followers to like host a live, not necessarily to come up on.
I lost both of my accounts yesterday or the day before. Not lost them, but they're suspended. And I tried making a new one and joining a panel, and it wouldn't let me.
Oh, that sucks.
Yeah.
What did you do? Or should I say, what did you say?
I said a lot of things, Belle. I'll just leave it at that. I said quite a few things.
I can imagine.
True. A little bit.
Oh yeah, people say you just need 1,000 to go live on your own. All right. Well, maybe I was incorrect.
Tampa. I see you floating in Tampa. Yeah, Bell. I think I don't know. I kind of missed the original part of the military thing, but I do think that we need to like reshape like how our military like functions. 'Cause I guess we could mean like the actual abolition of like the physical fighting force, but I think whenever I think about it and I hear it, what I'm imagining is we are going to abolish the concept of projecting power through force. Like there's no reason that we are like imperializing the world based on like our quote unquote democratic and capitalist values. Like the entire Cold War was essentially us just superimposing our values on the rest of like the Eastern world for no reason other than we just disagree with how they conducted their business. Like those things for me that I genuinely have a problem with, even as somebody like coming from the military, and like the fact that we do create weapons of mass destructions to feed to people who later on grow to hate us, it seems, but also people like Israel who don't hate us but do carry out atrocities. Like I just feel like there's a better way to like, you know, project like peace. I've never agreed with the fact that like you can't get peace through violence. Like you can cease hostilities through violence, but at some point people aren't being hostile to you. Like you're just like America beats with itself. We have no ops. You know what I mean? Like there's no ops.
I will disagree with you on that.
We've cleared out the neighborhood, Belle. We did all the drive-bys already.
Well, I would say we don't have ops that like where it's unjustified. Like America going into another country or using our resources and power to go into another country and destabilize it. Yeah, that country has every right to be mad at us for what we've done.
Correct.
So when I think about like the other countries, especially like when people are talking about in the Middle East and how they destabilize other nations over there, it's justified for those people to not like us. Like we're literally funding coups. Like we're contributing to like their democracy being overthrown. And it's for resources at the end of the day. So I think like a lot of times when people have issues with America, it's so justified.
Not to mention that we're not even bringing them democracy. Like a lot of the time when we overthrow their governments, a dictator is being installed. Somebody who has extreme views. They're not getting the same type of democracy that we have over here. In a lot of these cases, their rights are being stripped away from them. Right. So then why would they want to then like work with America or see us as like this benevolent benefactor? We've never been that.
I guess like when people talk about like other nations and they're extremely like xenophobic, it kills me because it's like America's always painting this picture that like we're the good guys and everybody's just out to get us in a sense. But it's like when you really look at how things are like how our government works, most of the time we start all these issues ourselves.
And then we like propagandize not only everybody else but ourselves as well. Yeah. Like the government feeds us this narrative and we believe it from a very young age. Yeah. And it's not until we grow up and we start like actually hearing from people from these countries and actually consuming media from these other countries that we realize like no, Big Daddy America's been lying to us this entire time.
The entire time. And then it's like when people are coming over here, like as refugees or they're seeking asylum over here, it's because we are destabilizing their country. So I hate when I hear like a lot of Americans like, oh, well, go back to your country if you don't like it here. Or go over here or go to another country. We, for the sake of colonialism, we are destabilizing all of these other countries for resources. Like these people wouldn't have to come over here if we weren't destabilizing their country.
Like Belle, didn't you come over here? Like, didn't your parents move you over here because they thought it was going to be a better life?
My parents won the lottery.
Yeah, but
they weren't escaping anything. They qualified.
Just to clarify, a better life doesn't mean that you were escaping something. They just meant that their parents felt like there would be better opportunities over here.
So my parents came here in '96. They didn't like it. They were going to go back. And then in '97, a war broke out, and then they got stuck here. And then they got comfortable, and then they stayed.
J-Man, you're saying socialism just ruined Venezuela. If you can tell me one country or one capitalist country that didn't benefit from the mass unaliving and exploitation of black and brown communities, I will hear your argument out.
I also think that Venezuela is a very nuanced conversation because there's a lot of American interference that happened in Venezuela
Right.
that I think made things worse, or at least like compounded on their own internal issues. That has made Venezuela what it is today. And that's not to say that like their government didn't have bad actors. I'm not saying that, but America definitely took advantage of that, and in some cases made it worse.
I don't have an issue with people coming from those countries, right? Refugees, people that, are escaping something. I don't have an issue with that. My issue is, and I mainly concentrate on Europe. A lot of people who come here illegally from Europe are really not, they don't have a legitimate reason to come here illegally.
Yeah, I think
They're not escaping anything.
Well, I think my issue when it comes to like, at least like being south of the border is we have done like everything to meddle, like humanly possible. Like we like Brazil in the 60s, Chile in like Brazil in the 60s, Chile in like 73, Bolivia in like 91. We destroyed the Mexican market by manipulating their oil prices after we seized the Gulf. We embargoed the fuck out of Cuba to a point where no one else could trade with them, or else they would have had what we were calling reciprocal shared embargo. That was a whole other story. Like it's always very amusing because like South America up until about the 80s had a pretty functional like near socialist system where those countries all like participated together in like a unified bloc. But like America slowly supported like the overthrowing of multiple leaders that were more socialist leaning. And so we eventually kind of took over the hemisphere. W for the Americans, I suppose. No, but I don't know. I haven't. That's why I said like we just like meddle and people shit, and then we act like people can't achieve things. Like I had this conversation about Africa with somebody yesterday, because they were all like, "Well, why can't Africa just succeed?" I'm like, "Well, imagine if countries came in during the Convention of States and started a war with the states, and then they won the war." And then they divided up the state's territory in a way states didn't agree with. And then whenever these people left, the states wanted their territories back to normal. But some states didn't want that. Now they're all fighting. Like, America would not be a country today. We wouldn't be successful today, especially.
Well, there are many countries in Africa that are succeeding. Like right now, what I'm pissed off about is Nigeria, right? A beautiful country, succeeding, amazing. And he comes out and says they're unaliving Christians and white Christians in Nigeria, which is a complete fucking lie, in my opinion. I don't believe it at all, because they're extremely peaceful when it comes to religion over there. It's very close to what goes on in Albania, right, where you have Muslims and Christians. Like, it's even created like new, I don't want to say religions, but social constructs of Islam and all this shit, right? So I don't know how anybody is believing that he's sending troops to Nigeria to protect the white Christians because they're being unalived. And I feel like it's another way of America destabilizing a country that is succeeding.
Yeah, it is. He's manufacturing consent. That's all he's doing. He's making it seem like we're interceding on the behalf of innocent people, in this case, innocent Christians, in order to protect them. When really, we just want their resources. That's all it is. That's literally all it is.
It's so effed up, though, because Nigeria is really succeeding. It's a really good country. And it's sad.
I told people that the most striking comparison for this was watching our government label what's happening in Sudan, like our country labeled it a G-side, and so did the UN. But then we also watched our country terminate the asylee benefits that were being given to the Sudanese people that were here, and we're actively shipping them back to killing fields. Like, we can see it from space, but we're going to put them back in that country. But at the same time, you want me to believe that you want to liberate like Christians in Nigeria, but you won't even liberate women and children that are being strung from their elbows until their bones break. You know what I mean? Like, what? It's because, again, Nigeria has no resource that we require. So what's the point of assisting these people?
I don't know.
Yeah, the shit is crazy. It is absolutely crazy. And it honestly just takes, in some cases, a quick Google search, and others just like picking up a book to understand what America's doing and to understand that it's wrong.
By the way, the talking sorting hat Lego set is very fun. I just completed it. 590 pieces. Now I'm on to my 2,750 piece Diagon Alley set.
That's a lot of pieces.
That's so crazy. Oh my god, that's so many pieces.
Yeah, it is. This thing's fucking huge. I'm so excited.
No, Adam C. America is not responsible for taking care of the world. America is responsible for looting it.
If you don't want to take care of the world, right? Why F it up then? Like, why do we need to go to Nigeria right now?
Hey, Belle, can I ask you a question real quick?
What's up?
What is your evidence that the Christians in Nigeria are white?
Because our president came out and said they are unaliving white Christians in Nigeria.
Yeah, but there's no evidence of that.
No, she's
They're
not
black
saying.
Christians.
No, she's not saying that they are white. She's saying that Trump is using propaganda to.
Right. But they're not white people at all. Actually, pretty bad.
You're making my point.
That's her point.
Right, but it's like this country doesn't care about a country, and South Trump says some dumb shit any fucking way. They've been unaliving them for a while now.
Renee, I think you guys are agreeing, is what Bella said.
Oh, well, I was just like, the way she said it.
I think you're confusing South Africa with Nigeria. He just came out right now and said that they are unaliving white Christians in Nigeria, which is a complete bullshit. Like, there's no way. I mean, maybe one or two.
I think the world doesn't care unless you say white, okay?
Okay.
Because I told everybody 6 months ago that 200 were unalived in the middle of the street in broad daylight and nobody cared.
Where? Where did this happen?
Nigeria. There's been articles for like 6 months or better now.
Of white people being unalived?
No, of Christians, Belle, of Christians.
Oh, okay.
There were 200 persecuted in one day in the middle of the street.
Okay,
like
so
6 months ago.
Okay, so I would like to, I don't know if you're familiar with this, but in Nigeria is one of the countries in Africa that has that Chrislam has come to be in, right? It has a lot to do with the same as in Albania, for example, where, you know, people realized that they were married to the opposite religion, right? And they raised their children to believe in both, respect both religion. It turns into a social construct and a culture, right? And this is literally something that is practiced in Nigeria. It's a peaceful country. There's no way I can believe that Muslims are unaliving Christians in Nigeria because of the religion. I need to see some serious proof. I have close family friends of mine who he lives here. He's a doctor, and his two daughters, he sends them to go to school in Nigeria because the education system is a hell of a lot better than it is here. there's no way he's gonna be, you know, if this shit's happening, if it's not safe, that his 2 daughters would be sent over there to go to school there. Like,
For any,
I just
for any of you that are curious, this is totally irrelevant, unimportant. So this Diagon Alley set, if you're curious, go look it up on the internet. This thing is huge. It is 27 bags within the box, and there are 5 different booklets with instructions to build this thing.
Oh yeah, you about to nerd out.
Oh, this
really
is paradise. I'm actually put on some. I'm actually put on some anime while I'm doing this. I'm not about to front.
Yes. Love it. Yeah, Renee, I don't think that you guys are disagreeing. I think Bell's point was that Trump is using propaganda to justify going over to Nigeria to do nefarious things.
can you big box me? I want to show this shit. Oh crap! Give me 1 second.
Did y'all see the recent news about the Epstein files?
What's going
I don't know if
on?
I can put this up.
3
It's a little
emails came
graphic.
out, and
Can you-
Trump is
can you
in
read
them.
this? Can someone read this? So, you see how this has come to be, and Nigeria is one of the countries that this has happened. There's no way you're going to make me believe that, you know, Christians and Muslims hate each other or they're unaliving each other in Nigeria.
Oh, you're
Okay.
lucky I have my glasses on. It says Chrislam is a Christian expression of Islam originating as an assemblage of Christian and Islamic religious practices in Nigeria. In particular, the series of religious movements that merged Christian and Muslim religious practice during the 1970s in Lagos, Nigeria. The movement was pioneered by the Yoruba people in southwest Nigeria. Chrislam works against the conventional understanding of Christianity and Islam as 2 separate and exclusive religions, seeking out commonalities between both religions and promoting an inclusive union of the 2. Chrislam also occupies a distinct
You
geographical.
don't have to read them.
Okay, well then, there you go. Space in
You don't gotta
Nigeria,
read
blah
the
blah blah
whole
blah
thing.
blah.
The point is, right, that I just don't see the unaliving of Christians the way that Trump is making it. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, I understand. Officer, can I put something up? I don't know if it's good or not. Like, I don't know if it's okay.
All right, one way to find out, I guess throw it on up.
Okay, like there's this article right here. I mean, there's articles everywhere. This was a report right here that happened that came out right here. So I mean, it's all over. Like there's a bunch of articles.
Yeah, so this is misleading. There was already like a different kind of political strife happening in Nigeria that had nothing to do with like people's religion.
I think they're just putting a religion on it, but
Yeah.
I think it has to do with something else.
You know, it does. It really does.
I swear, like if it is, I don't know. I don't know. I compare like Nigeria when it comes to religion. It's very similar to Albania. Even the Pope came out and gave these countries credit for being such a peaceful nation when it comes to religion, right? There's no fighting because of religion. They found common ground, especially Christians and Muslims in these countries. Unless this is going on for something else. But again, even the unalivings that I'm not seeing it. I don't know.
And really quick, Soul?
Yeah.
You were saying who's in the email?
Trump. He's all over the email.
About the Epstein stuff?
Yep. New emails got released this morning.
Yeah, I'm that's going to be very interesting.
Would y'all like to see it? I can put it on the big box. I can turn my camera on.
Sure, what's up? Go ahead. Let's see what we got here.
So this is really concerning. I want you to realize that the dog that hasn't barked is Trump. Victim, which is redacted, spent hours at my house with him. He has never once been mentioned. Victim, Mar-a-Lago, redacted. Trump said he asked me to resign. Never a member ever. Of course, he knew about the girls, and he asked about Ghislaine. He asked Ghislaine to stop.
Yeah, I think that I heard about this about wasn't a Republican from Congress saying that Trump was on the within the files. But I mean,
and then we have another.
But I guess we all kind of knew that though. Whenever we were having the FBI scrubbing names from records.
Yep. This last one says, I think you should let him hang himself. This was back in 2015. If he says he hasn't been on the plane or to the House, then that gives you valuable PR and political currency. You can hang him in a way that politically generates a positive benefit for you, or if it really looks like he could win, you could save him generating a debt. Of course, it is possible that he asked. He'll say Jeffrey is a great guy and has gotten a raw deal and is victim of political correctness, which is to be outlawed in Trump regime. So they're talking about Trump with this shit. That's fucking concerning, y'all.
And who are those emails between again?
That is Ghislaine Maxwell and Jeffrey Epstein.
Okay. I want to make sure I was sure about who we were talking about here. Yeah, I think that there's going to be a lot of fighting for inquiries going forward. Now that we have that new, because I think the one lady that they were denying being sworn in, I think that she is. I think she's getting sworn in now, right? Or she should be soon.
The congresswoman from Arizona.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And she's all about these files. She ran on that.
Is she Democrat?
Oh, she's on that ass. Oh, she's on that
now.
Oh, I can't wait. I love it for him. I love it for him. I love it for the Republicans. I love it.
See, the thing I don't like right now is the fact that this isn't going to change a lot in the immediate future. Even if the Epstein files were to get released, that sadly isn't going to really do anything. It's not like President Trump is not going to be President Trump anymore. And that's what's really upsetting.
Yeah, I agree. I think that I don't know if I agree. I would like to see what happens with the Republican base once they learn that Daddy Trump is all up in these files.
I mean, look at how MAGA is. Like, they're a cult. Like, they're not going to stop supporting him. They're going to just deny, regardless of whether he's in those files or not, because they've already decided he's not.
Yeah, I think
the villain here.
I think I'm also curious about the similar, because I feel like with a lot of Trump stuff, they can excuse a lot, but I feel like if stuff starts coming out about this is like when I first heard about this, I was like, this is like grade A supervillain type of shit right here. So I'm wondering what we get. Shit. Yeah, I'm wondering what we get from real inquiries once we vote to release full files, because I'm like, if people start popping up in that, you are associated with essentially some supervillain level nonsense, in my opinion.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, it's disgusting behavior they were engaging in. If anything, I think that his coalition of support starts to fracture, because there are Republicans on that side that are not down for the P3DO activity. Right. Now, whether MAGA abandons him or not, I can't say, but I feel like that might be a nail in the coffin for their overall support, because there's no way.
I mean, I agree with that too, actually, because at some point people are going to stop voting these Republicans in, these old creepy men, because they're going to be like, well, they're in the files, so I'm not supporting that party anymore. And I hope that there aren't any Democrats in there, but that if there are, throw them under the jail with these people.
Straight under the jail. Straight under the jail. I don't care what political affiliation they have.
Yeah, you're not going to find me holding water for anybody.
I think that's just the beautiful part about Democrats, though, is that we hold our own to accountability, while Republicans don't.
Where is this? Oh, here it is. What time is it? Oh, speaking of military, I have to go to the VA really quick. I gotta drop this. I lost track of my time trying to yell at people. Well, that guy left in a motherfucking hurry. I assume Bex is asleep. So Bex, you enjoy that. Belle, I will see you later. Belle, are you and T-Bone going to go live today? What are we doing?
I don't know. I have to work today. I have a double.
Just call off. What are you talking about?
I wish I was gonna pay the bills.
T-Bone will.
T-Bone got his own bills to pay.